Aloha everybody and welcome to part 13 of Sonic Rush. We are in the final level of the game, this time playing as Blaze the Cat, and her journey, as you saw during my Q&A, was relatively the same. Again, the levels were out of order, but that's pretty much it. Oh, and the music's a little bit different, because now the Deadline theme actually sounds like it has some emotional impact to it, you know? Because this is the final level. Two dimensions are crossing over into each other. Two fat, mustached scientist bastards are trying to destroy the fabric of reality so they can build Eggman land and all that junk. And now it just feels like there's a little more intensity, a little bit more something, a little more oomph to get there. So I don't really think I covered on whether I think Blaze is a good player character. Does she complement the characters of Tails, Knuckles, Cream, Amy as being a good side character? And would I want her to see a return in any other 2D game? Sure, why not? I mean, the thing about Blaze is I don't really know what the hell she would be like in a non-boost Sonic game. Like, she has a spin dash, she jumps into badniks, so that stuff's gonna be the same. She feels a little bit slower than Sonic. I don't know if she feels slower than Knuckles or on par with Knuckles, because Knuckles was a little bit slower than Sonic in Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Not that you could really tell too much. That game was still fast no matter what character you're playing, because go figure, it's Sonic the Hedgehog. You should be fast in these games. That's the thing I always liked about Sonic Adventure 2, is that when you played as Knuckles in Sonic Adventure 2, and then you go to a giant open space like, say, Meteor Herd or the King Boom Boo boss fight, you freaking go fast, man. Like, Sonic's supposed to be the fastest thing alive, but Knuckles would fucking hoof it. You know, he'd move his legs and his arms so rapidly, and it's just, yes. Like, I remember playing Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Adventure 2 being my first 3D Sonic game. I'm pretty sure I mentioned this in the playthrough itself, but it was my first 3D Sonic game. So, of course, I was very pleased to see that the 3D aspect of Sonic had stayed true, that each character was fast, even though Sonic was the fast one. So I see Knuckles barreling through in, like, King Boom Boo or Meteor Herd, and I'm just like, holy shit! But, anyway, getting to the point. I think the hover feature makes Blaze stand out. It can really save you from a lot of pits. It can make you reach certain areas that, like a glide like Knuckles can reach as well, but the ability to turn back and go the other way, and just a little bit of stopping power before you reach the ground, that's always useful. Blaze is only playable in this and Sonic Rush Adventure, and then she's playable in Sonic 06 and Sonic and the Black Knight, but those aren't really reflective of this gameplay style. And, I don't know, I'm just saying that it's fun to play as Blaze. She's a little bit slower than Sonic, but her super high double jump, her ability to hover, it's pretty freaking great. So, you know, she's not like a Big the Cat scenario where, oh, now I have to play as Blaze just to see the final ending. It's more like, okay, I gotta beat the game again, but hey, it's Blaze, so it's different. Also different this scenario. Instead of meeting Eggman Nega at the egg station thingy, whatever they are at, Deadline Station, now it's regular old Eggman. Get in line! I must beat this cat again! Footage not shown. I mean, she was unconscious when part 1 started. Maybe Eggman beat her up, then took the Soul Emeralds? Is that the idea? And then Blaze proceeded to kick his ass every time afterwards. So maybe he maybe he got a good sneak attack in there and just blindsided her. A scat cat! So, as you may have expected, the Deadline boss is now complete opposite. We are going to be Blaze, and we're going to be taking the fight to Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh god. But Sonic's unbeatable. Unless you've played Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Heroes, Shadow the Hedgehog, Sonic 06, Sonic Riders. Yeah, Sonic can be beaten. So anyway, this boss fight plays out exactly the same as the Blaze encounter did. Sonic spin dashes. He jumps. When he's spin dashing, you cannot damage him. When he jumps, you cannot damage him. You really have to wait for those open spots where he's not moving, so you can jump into him. And they're very, very fast, very sudden, but as long as you keep jumping into them and keep taking every shot you can, eventually you'll get some damage in there. Also, he has this little jump back attack that Blaze used to do as well, but I didn't really talk about it in the first time we had this boss fight. Sometimes when you jump for them, the character will back up, and so you sort of have to jump forward again just in order to hit him again. I don't think Sonic's homing attack works in this fight when you're playing as Sonic either. So Blaze shot fire tornadoes, and Sonic does a different special move. He creates a tornado by somehow destroying the laws of physics and flying in the sky repeatedly, forever, spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning. Obviously, you just saw there. He creates a tornado, you have to run away from it because it damages you. Sometimes, when he's done casting the tornadoes, he will do a homing attack right afterwards. And you can tell he's going to do a homing attack because this white ring will envelop him, you know? And so, just be careful that as you're running away from the tornado, keep an eye out that he's not going to try and homing attack where you are after he does that technique. But that's really the only difference between fighting Blaze and fighting Sonic. Blaze creates fire tornadoes on the ground that you have to dodge. Sonic creates a big tornado that you have to run away from because it tries sucking you in, blah, 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 blah. Otherwise, that's pretty much the exact same boss fight. Oh, and this part I find kind of funny because apparently a lot of people have trouble with this. Apparently, I mean, there's a lot of button mashing involved, and sometimes you can button mash for like over a minute. Like literally, you have to button mash a lot. You have to be faster than a certain speed in order to take him out really quickly. And if you're not a good button masher, you will slowly, very, 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 very slowly drain Sonic's health bar. It's like you'll be ramming each other's heads just like repeatedly over and 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 over. And none of them will budge. None of them will think of doing something else until one of them gets rammed off, so, you know. That's that boss fight. Not too bad! Way to kick my ass, Blaze! Oh, and as of this recording, I guess you should know that, yeah, I got Sonic Lost World. So far, so good. I've only really been playing, like, the first 2 zones, but, you know, I got it! So, if you haven't heard, Sonic Lost World, it came out yesterday in the Americas and Canadas, and maybe Japan? I don't know. Europe got it a long time ago. That's all I know. I'm Sonic! Sonic the Hedgehog! Woo! So as you can expect, the final boss is going to be exactly the same as it was in the Sonic playthrough. Well, a little different, in that the color scheme will be different because we're going to be fighting Eggman, because, Cream, let's go! Hey, where's Cream? Oh! We got bad news! My Tails voice sucks. Why do I keep doing that? Cream's been kidnapped by Eggman! Oh, shit! How do you know? I found this letter. Oh, well. Guess what, Sonic Heroes? I've taken the ultimate weapon! Because Cream is broken as fuck in Sonic Advance 2. You have exactly 1 day to come and get her, blah 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 blah. So we have to go to point W, aka Final Zone, because Eggman's kidnapped Cream, and if anyone else goes with to save her, I guess he'll kill her? I don't know. But Blaze decides that she's gonna go take the fight to Eggman alone, and Sonic's just like, okay, cool. Eggman's easy, I beat him all the time. It's like it's my job or something, so go nuts. Because the power of friendship is to believe in one another. Sonic made a new friend, so he has to rely on her and make sure and trust that she will defeat Eggman. Because that's what friends do, don't they? Yeah, the dialogue's pretty sappy. Friendship is great! Believe in your friends. Everyone, go out and make a friend. Give a stranger a hug. Unless they're really, like, scary looking. Then you don't want to hug a stranger, because you never know, they might have a switchblade in their pocket, and they might stab you in the ribs. I'm not saying it's happened to me, but I am saying that it could happen. So yes, this is the Egg King! The Egg King. This boss is still as annoying with Sonic. I remember the one thing I was looking forward to as fighting this guy with Blaze was that she has a hover feature, right? So maybe when he starts doing his laser technique where he starts shooting fire along the ground, because it's kind of hard to jump in time with the laser sometimes, maybe I could just hover over it and stay in the sky and dodge it really nicely. I have found that it is still really awkward to do, and so I don't really do it too much, but maybe some people are good at hovering over the fire. I found that it's like a Blaze falls down kind of fast enough that I would still end up touching the fire, you know? But this final boss is indeed annoying. It's not like Sonic 3 and Knuckles' final boss, where I could sort of beat it in my sleep now, because I've played it so many times. Every time I fight this guy, I'm probably going to lose every now and then. And it always seems to come down to that pink laser attack at the very end as well, which I absolutely hate with a passion. You know, because he's got two kinds of attacks with that move. He could do the traditional, like, and I don't mean this laser, I mean the pink electricity lasers later. But, you know, he has the traditional thing where he'll put two lasers ahead of you and before you, and you're supposed to walk in between them, and I can never do that. I've never been able to. I suck at that. But he also has this other move, which you're going to see in this run, that is absolute bullshit. And I don't even know how you're supposed to dodge it. I don't even know if tool-assisted speedrunners can dodge it. I almost got close to dodging it, but then they just got so overwhelming. It's bullshit. But not here. Whoop, 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 whoop. See, like I tried hovering, but I let go at like the wrong time, and I still end up getting hit. Oh, and the thing about this boss fight, if you successfully dodge his attacks, like his laser and his pink lightning or whatever, he will immediately go to the side of the ship. If you do get hit by them, though, he's going to do another move. So getting hit by that laser caused him to do his ground pound attack. So if I had dodged the laser, he would have just went to the side of the ship. So if you're trying to speed run this guy, you absolutely cannot get hit, because he won't go to the side unless, you know, unless you're dodging his shit. Like, watch here. I don't get hit by the laser, don't get hit, la la la, jumping over that. So he goes to the side. Because if he can't hit me, he's not going to keep trying, I guess. That's just how this boss operates. Alright, here comes the bullshit. This is the dumbest move. So instead of just making lasers that you have to stand in between, he keeps spawning them all over the fucking place, and god damn it. No, come on! How was I supposed to go left and then dodge the ones on the right? Was I supposed to go all the way left so that they eventually fade out? Like, god, that's ridiculous! What kind of fucking attack is that? Like, Eggman would totally conquer the world if he just made every Eggmobile ever use that technique. That's all he has to do, is just keep spamming that one technique, and Sonic would be fucked. He would have no chance against Sonic. It's ridiculous! Bullshit move. That is a bullshit move. It's stupid. But anywho, time for the final hit, which is always the easiest hit. And earlier you saw my character jumping in time for when the machine kept slamming into the ship. That was just me jumping for the hell of it. Here you'll see, I'm just going to stand here. I'm not hurt. He didn't stun me, didn't do anything. I'm just standing here. It didn't hurt me. How about that third one? I'm just going to stand here. I'm still alive. Really, all you're doing is jumping after the third one. And you hit him, and that's it. Again, it's the easiest final hit. It may as well not count as a hit. As far as I'm concerned, this boss takes 7 hits to defeat, not 8. Because the 8th one, really, you don't even have to try. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the Blaze playthrough. So hopefully you enjoyed it, even though it was pretty samey compared to the Sonic playthrough. But this is not the end. Again, I'm skipping the credits because all you really see during the credits is Blaze and Cream walking. And we're not done yet. By defeating Sonic's playthrough and collecting the Chaos Emeralds, and defeating Blaze's playthrough, we have unlocked the final story, the extra mode, the one final boss to end the story and to get Blaze back to her dimension and all that jazz. So stay tuned for the finale of Sonic Rush.